Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Cincinnati Reds. It is April 1st, 2032. We are 12 years into the future now. I guess 11 years into the future. I'm bad at math. And it's time for opening day, and we are going to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Excuse me. As a reminder, a couple of signings in the offseason, a bunch of signings actually. Atsunori Fujimoto, we signed to a 6-year, $70 million contract, 26 years old, extreme ground ball pitcher, throws 5 really good pitches. We brought back Justin Barnes on a 4-year, $20 million contract. We signed Alex Arroyo to a $1.5 million deal, put up 2.5 WAR in St. Louis last year. And then we signed Miller Green to I think it was the 3-year, $5 million. Okay, so 3-year, $19 million contract. Signed him away from Oakland, where he was a 2-win pitcher a year ago. If he can stay healthy, I think he'll be fine there. Offensively, we brought in Alex Bregman. He is going to play first base and bat leadoff for us. It's a 3-year, $30 million contract with 2 team options. And yeah, we had to move Royce Lewis got hurt. He's out for the year. So we had to shift our offense, our infield around a little bit. Jake Desmond goes to short. Juan Arce second. Tamar Johnson at third. I did put in a claim on somebody on the waiver wire that could potentially help us at short and allow us to kind of put everybody back where they belong. Steve Agnetta, a 26-year-old from Washington. You can see he's a very, very good defensive shortstop. Has a bunch of speed and is very, very good against lefties. So we could potentially plug him against lefties and just bat him in the middle of the order with that power. That could be a big help for us down the road. Or not down the road, but immediately while we wait for Royce Lewis to come back. So we're gonna play opening day, and then we're gonna sim a couple of months. I haven't really thought through what this episode's gonna look like, other than I wanted to get it started. So let's get to game 1 against Pittsburgh. The Pirates will go with John Cooper Williams batting first and playing right field. Tim Gabauer will bat second and play center. Nick Gonzalez bats third, plays second. Jim Suggs bats fourth, plays third. Carlos Cortez will bat fifth and play first base. Patrick Bailey does the catching, batting sixth. Josh Lewis in the 7th hole, playing left. Adalberto Mondesi will bat eighth, playing shortstop. And Randy Ganshorn will get the start for the Pirates. Really, really good. 16-6 a year ago, 250 strikeouts in 193 innings. But their offense is not great. So it's going to be a matter of, can we get something off of Ganshorn? And for us, hiccups. And for me, it's going to be Bregman batting leadoff, playing first. Desmond at short, batting second. Alexis Guzman in right field, batting third. Adin Zumaya, our cleanup hitter, bats fourth. Jimmy Washabaugh will do the catching, bat fifth. Pete Crow Armstrong will play center and bat sixth. Tamar Johnson bats seventh. At third, Juan Arce. I should probably switch these two. Arce will bat eighth and play second. And Justin Barnes, 14-8, 4.05 ERA. Last year will get the start on opening day for us. So let's get to opening day in Cincinnati. Nothing says opening day baseball like a home game in Cincinnati. Haven't they played at home on opening day like 70 straight years or something like that? So anyway, let's get started. So John Cooper Williams will lead off. Get a ground ball to short. That's one away. Tim Gabauer will bat now. Back-to-back full count pitches here. This one ends in a strikeout. And Nick Gonzalez pops it up on the infield. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Jacob Barnes in the first. How's my recording level? Everything looks okay. Alex Bregman will bat leadoff against Ganshorn. It's going to be a ground out to short. Desmond bats in the 2-hole. It's a fly ball to left. Catch is going to be made there. And Alexis Guzman hits that one out to right. And we take a 1-0 lead. Alexis Guzman First at bat of the year. Sends one into the right field bleachers. We're up 1. Adin Zumaya. He strikes out. We take a 1-0 lead to the second inning. Fly ball to center. There's Crow Armstrong, 1 away. Cortez is an extreme pull hitter, so we will hard shift right. And he hits a fly ball to right field. Guzman will make the catch out there. And Bailey draws a 2-out walk. That will bring up Josh Lewis. A lot of full counts in this one. It's like 4 full counts. How many pitches has he thrown already? It's only 36, so it's not terrible. Here comes Washabaugh. Base hit to center field for our catcher. Coming off a 300 season a year ago, Pete Crow Armstrong now. He strikes out so much. Tamar Johnson. A line out to third, and Juan Arce. He strikes out. So I was hoping we could flip the order there, get the pitcher up that inning, but to no avail. Here comes Mondesi. It's a fly ball to center field. Crow Armstrong will make the catch there. Ganshorn will bat now. And he gets a base hit. I've noticed when you play these games out, the pitchers get a ton of hits. It happens, I don't want to say regularly, but it happens a lot. It happens a lot more than I feel like it should happen. That's going to be a gapper. We should have runners on second and third now with 1 out. Here comes Gabauer. I'd love a strikeout here. Except we get a base hit, which is going to score at least 1. Going to score 2. So we are now losing 2-1 to a not very good hitting Pittsburgh Pirates team. Two away, and Suggs. Be nice to get out of this inning now. Cool. Looks like we're going to get out of the inning. So we're down by a run, and we have Barnes leading off. Grounds out to first. Top of the order, Bregman. Pops out to right. And Desmond now. 2-out single for Jake Desmond. Guzman stepping in. He homered last time. Grounds that one into the hole, and that will set us down. So we're down 2-1 after 3. That's okay. That's okay. We can still get back into this one. Ground ball to first, 1 out. Bailey. Ground ball to short. And looks like an infield single. Ground ball. Let's get ground ball from Lewis here. Nope, we got a fly ball to left. Catch is going to be made out there. 2 away. And Mondesi now. Ground ball to third. Goes the short way. So 3.5 in the books. We're now down. We're still down by a run. Here comes Zumaya. And we are tied as Adin Zumaya sends that one deep to right center field. It is 2-2. So our 2 big bats have each gone yard in this one to keep it even. Washabaugh strikes out. Crow Armstrong with an infield single. And we're going to steal. And it looks like he's going to be safe. Excellent. Tamar Johnson. Ball 4. Double steal. Nice. 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 out for Arce. They intentionally walk him to get to Barnes. Barnes hits a pop-up on the infield. So big opportunity here for Bregman in his Reds debut. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Grounds it to third, and he is safe. He beats it out. Infield single, Alex Bregman. We're up 3-2. Desmond strikes out, so we go to the 5th, up by a run now. Ganshorn will lead off. He strikes out. Alex Kirilloff is in the game now. Grounds that one to short. Desmond throws him out. And Gabauer. Gets a bloop to left. That's going to get down for a 2-out single for the Pirates. Here comes Nick Gonzalez. Gabauer's going to try to steal, and throw goes into center field, so he will reach third base. Runner on third, 2 outs for Nick Gonzalez, and he strikes out. So how many pitches are we at now? So Barnes is at 76, so he's got another inning or so in him. So Guzman against Ganshorn. That's a fly ball to right. Zumaya now. That one's hit to left. It's going to be, I think, a double. It's hard to tell sometimes with the way the game plays out. But yeah, 1-out double for Zumaya. He's got 2 hits now. Here comes Washabaugh. He strikes out. And I could use a hit here from Crow Armstrong. Nope, he strikes out. So we go to the 6th, and we're still up by a run. 2-2 pitch to Suggs. Strike 3. Carlos Cortez, hard shift right. 3-2 pitch to him. That one's hit out to center. And the catch is made out there by Crow Armstrong. Here comes Patrick Bailey. It's pop out to right. So we are through 5.5. Barnes is at 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He's at 89 pitches, so we will let him at least start the 7th inning. And I think we go... Our bullpen's not going to be great this year. We're going to go Medellin, and we'll see what happens. But we're going to let Barnes start the inning anyway. Here comes Johnson against a new pitcher, Kevin Terry. Johnson hits that one to first, 1 out. Here comes Arce. Grounded on the infield, and that's 2 away, and Barnes. We hear the base hit, so Justin Barnes picks up his first hit of the year, our 8th hit of the game, and Bregman will step in. He gets hit by a pitch, so we all of a sudden have 2 on, 2 out for Jake Desmond. That's going to get down for a hit. We're going to send him. He scores. Barnes dives in head first, which is not recommended by your starting pitcher. But we are now up 4-2, and that brings up Guzman. Grounds that one to third. That will retire the side, but we're now up by 2. So Josh Lewis will bat first. 1-2 pitch to him. He strikes out. Mondesi grounds it to short. It's 2 away. And Anthony Volpe. We will shift left. Full count pitch to him. He strikes out. So Barnes goes 7. Couldn't have asked for a better start. We're going to set Medellin down. We're going to get Teal up. And let's see if we can add on some runs here in the 7th inning as we go Zumaya, Washabaugh, Crow, Armstrong. Jaime Melendez will get the call here in the 7th. Get Zumaya to fly out to center. Washabaugh, another strikeout. There's 3 strikeouts for Jimmy in this one, and Crow Armstrong now. Base hit to right. 2-out single for PCA. I'm going to try to steal. Oh, that was a close one. I don't know about that. He looked pretty safe to me. So Teal's going to get up, but we are going to get Stewart up in the bullpen as well just to be safe. Teal to Kirilloff. Grounded to third. 1 out. Gabauer, 2-2 pitch to him. Grounded to the pitcher. That's 2 away. And Nick Gonzalez. Base hit to left. And I think he's still not ready. So let's visit the mound. Now we're going to bring in Stewart. He's going to go an inning and a third on opening day. I know, but I don't care. This is why we have him. Strike 3. Then we go to the bottom of the 8th, up by 2. Tamar Johnson will bat lead off. He strikes out. Arce hits a fly out to center field, and Tony Stewart will bat here in the ninth or in the eighth. Did he just go yard? Did he just get that one? No, it's gonna stay in the park. Oh, off the bat, sounded like he got all of it. Cortez will lead off. 1-2 pitch to Carlos Cortez is a strikeout. Now Bailey, 3-2 pitch to him. Strikeout. And Lewis. 1-1 pitch to Lewis is a fly ball to center. So Stewart will pick up the inning and a third save, and we win on opening day by the final score of 4-2. So Gabauer had their only big hit. It was a two-run double in the third inning. We got home runs from Guzman and Zumaya. Desmond, Zumaya, Crow Armstrong each had 2 hits. Good start by Jacob Barnes. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks. He'll pitch 2/3 of an inning. And Stewart went an inning and a third, striking out 3. So we win on opening day. Good start. And we're going to come back and we're going to start simming here. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim April offline. And we'll come back and we'll take a look at the stats. And then we'll sim May online. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. It is May 1st, and we come out of May 16-10. It's a weird month. We played Milwaukee like 9 times or something. 3, 6. Yeah, we played the Brewers 9 times, and we're 7-2 against them. So we were 9-9 against everybody else. Suffered a crap ton of injuries. We lost Alexis Guzman for, it was 5 weeks at the time, so we're down to 3 weeks now. We lost 2 of our 3 catchers. So Jimmy Washabaugh broke a finger. He was out for 4 to 5 weeks. That's now 2 to 3 weeks. We then lost Jerry Howard like a week later with plantar fasciitis. So we've been running with Aurelio Coliano, who's been doing fantastic, frankly. And we had to call up, what's his face? The guy who used to play for us in Detroit, Ford Proctor, as the backup. Atsunori Fujimoto has been really bad. The transition to America has not gone well so far. 0-3 with a 7.62 ERA. He's only had 1 above average start. This one here against Milwaukee where he went 5. So we'll just continue to let him, fight through it, I guess. Rest of the pitching staff has been pretty good. Barnes 4-0, 3.55. Al Morales had a huge game back a couple weeks ago. There's 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 15 strikeouts for Al Morales. Out of nowhere. Miller Green's been really good. Alexis Arroyo has been really good. Tony Stewart's given up some runs this year, believe it or not. He's given up 6 runs in 18 innings, but still 40 strikeouts in 18 innings, on pace to strike out 250. So he's still a machine. The rest of our bullpen's been okay. Espino's not been great, but yeah, the rest of our pitching staff has been, we're 4th in runs against and 4th in runs scored. So I can't really complain about where we stand through a month, especially given the injuries. We did pick up that shortstop that I talked about, Steve Agnetta, and he hasn't been particularly good. 4 for 24, but all 4 of his hits have been for extra bases, and he's actually been bad at short. It's a bit of a surprise. If we look at WAR, Bregman in the leadoff spot, 21 walks against only 9 strikeouts. So he's doing a masterful job as our leadoff hitter. Zumaya has come out of the gate hot. He's on pace for 44 and 125. Again, talked about Coliano. Tamar Johnson has gotten off to a hot start again. He seems to do this every year. Gets off to a super, super hot start and then ends up hitting around 280, which is fine. If he can carry us at the beginning of the season, I'll take it. Desmond is a little below average. Crow Armstrong is not hitting at all. Neither is Arce, and then Billman. Our eyes isn't really hitting either, so we signed him to that contract. I don't know, it's only $2 million, so it's not going to come back and bite us, but that's kind of where we are. Pitching-wise, nobody over 1 win yet, but Barnes is up there, Stewart's up there, Green, Morales have been okay. And it actually says that Arroyo has been worth less than Fujimoto, which is a bit surprising. I don't really get that one. He went 7 1/3, gave up 1 run. He got tossed in this game here. but then 1 run in 5 and 2 runs in 7. So, and I know WAR's a counting stat, so Fujimoto's made 6 starts and Royo's made basically 3, so I guess I understand it. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on Curtis and Espino. Not that we have a ton of options in AAA, but we'll keep an eye on those 2 guys in case we need to call somebody up. Yeah, I mean, that's about it, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and start simming through the month of May. We got 2 more games here against the Cubs, followed by 3 games at Arizona, and we'll get through the middle of the month or whatever. Oh, rough loss, middle of the month, and then kind of readdress things. 5-4 win there. Took a 3-0 lead in the first and held on. Crow Armstrong with his first home run of the year. Morales gets another win. 3 games now against the D-backs. (15-6) offense came to play today. Let's see what we got here. So Bregman 2 for 5. Arce had 3 hits. Tamar Johnson 3 hits, 4 runs scored. Zumaya 3 for 4 with 5 runs knocked in. Billman, who was a minor league free agent signing back in October. I mean, I think he was probably one of our guys that we ended up. No, he was drafted. He was released by the Phillies in June of 28. Then he was released by Texas in September of 28. And then we signed him to a minor league contract in October of 28. And he's a good defensive outfielder. Bat, I mean, he's only 9 for 54, but the bat suggests he'd be okay. Home runs from Zumaya, Billman, Coliano. Green gets lit up. Miller Green has a difficult game, but the bullpen was lights out. 3 innings out of Ingram. Lucas picks up the win. Cool. All right, so we're 18-11. Let's keep going. See if we can turn this into a 3-game winning streak. We do. We win 7-6. Howard is out for another 4 weeks or 3 weeks. So this catching situation is sort of taking care of itself here. Pete Crow Armstrong, another decent game. Homers twice. Yeah, 2 solo home runs. 3 home runs in the last 2 games. Coliano continues to mash. He's got 6 home runs now, hitting .327. Johnson is up to .350. Tamar Johnson up to .350. Barnes picks up his 5th win of the year. And we're taking on old friend Sean Guillaumes here in the 3rd and final game of the series. We'll take a look at the box score either way to see how Sean does against us. We win 6-2, so Guillaumes goes 5 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs. Fujimoto picks up his first win, pitches really, really well. 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, no walks, 5 Ks. Home runs from Billman and Agnetta. Agnetta's was a pinch hit home run. Cool. Wow, looks like Fujimoto can swing the stick a little too. Actually, he can't. He's just gotten lucky. All right, back to the schedule. A day off before 3 games. Oh, we got 3 games off in the next week. So we got a game here against Pittsburgh. Looking for 5 in a row, and we get it. Zumaya up to .336, 10 home runs, 31 knocked in. Coliano homers again. Crow Armstrong has that average up almost 30 points in a week. Arroyo goes 7 2/3 in this one. And we should be getting closer to getting some players back from injury here. Washabaw's back in a week to 2 weeks. Guzman is back in 2 weeks. We'll have a decision to make. Well, no, I guess we won't have a decision. In 3 weeks, we'll have a decision to make. And I think, as crazy as it sounds, I think Washabaw might be the guy on his way out. If you look at our front office and you look at arbitration numbers, Washabaw, his contract, he's at like $5 million. Yeah, right here, $4.4 million next year for Washabaw. And with the other catchers that we have, I don't know if that's going to be necessary. So we have a decision to make, but we'll make that down the road. Can we win our 6th straight baseball game? We can. A 4-0 shutout. Johnson and Zumaya are just carrying us right now. Look at those batting averages. .358 for Tamar, .341 for Zumaya. Al Morales with another huge game. 4 hits, no walks. So he's had a 15 strikeout game and a 13 strikeout game already, and it's just the beginning of May. Can we sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates and win 7 in a row? We do. 7 straight wins for your Cincinnati Reds. Coliano with a couple of RBIs. Adame looks like he hit a home run. Yep. Green went 6. Stewart gets the win. Nice. Let's make sure our lineups versus designated hitters are set. Yeah, they're not. We have to fix that. So we do that. What happened there? No, Coliano's not the designated hitter. He's the catcher. Right field. We were going to put Billman in right field. And who's going to be the DH against... I guess our eyes can be the DH against righties. And then against lefties, we go Billman for another week and a half or something. Coliano becomes our catcher. And Agneta is going to be our... I guess it doesn't matter. He can be the shortstop, and Desmond can be the DH. Yeah. All right, so let's set that. All right, now let's get to our schedule. So we got a couple days off. When we get to the end of the White Sox series, we'll just pause, slow things down a little bit. Just pause. So let's see. Game 1 against Kansas City. In Kansas City is a 9-3 victory. 6 runs in the 8th inning. Bregman 3 hits, 2 RBIs, top of the order. Adame 3 hits, got that average up over 400. Zumaya continues to rake. Coliano continues to rake. Barnes doesn't get the win. He goes 6 2/3, gives up 3 runs. Stewart hawks the win there, and that's 8 in a row, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. Can we make it 9? $6-0. Score a run in the first, score 5 in the 9th, and win 6-0. 3-run home run by, I think it's a 3-run home run by Zumaya and our pitcher. Why did they pinch? Why did Jim Lucas get the start at designated? I mean, I don't care. Looks like he had a 2-run double, and Fujimoto pitches another great game. But I got to look at the lineups. Why is it doing that? No, absolutely not. I mean, it's fine because he had a pinch hit double, but no. All right, let's keep going. 3 games against... Let's go until we get Guzman back, and then we'll stick him in the lineup, and we will kind of reset things at that point. So we are now in Chicago for 3 games to take on the White Sox. Looking for 10 in a row, and we get it. A 4-3 extra inning win. Billman has 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Hits another home run. Crow Armstrong, 3 hits. Morales goes 5, but Espino, Medellin, and Gutierrez each pitch 2 shutout innings. It's 10 wins in a row. Can we make it 11? We do. 5-4 win. We score 3 in the 8th. It's our 11th straight victory. 2 hits from Arce, Billman, and Zumaya. Arroyo goes 6, gives up 1 unearned run. Jim Lucas is in the bullpen. He'll be a starter. I mean, he's pitching really well out of the pen, but he'll be a starter probably next year. Stewart gets the hold, and Gutierrez back in his closer position this year, picks up the save. Bounced back, really. I mean, he had a difficult stretch there as the closer last year, but the control's coming along. The control's actually improving. So 20 strikeouts now against only 9 walks, so I will take it. Desmond is hurt. Okay, he's okay. All right, back to schedule. Let's see if we can make it an even dozen. Easy 12-2 victory, a 8-run 6th inning gets it done for us. Zumaya 3 for 5, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Coliano 2 hits, 2 runs scored. Juan Arce 3 hits and 5 RBIs. At the bottom of the lineup. Green gets the win. We get home runs from Zumaya, 2 home runs from Arce. And we are a juggernaut this year in year number 3 of the rebuild. We're looking for a baker's dozen now at Philadelphia, or at home rather. Ooh, and we finally lose one, 8-7. We give up 4 runs in the 8th inning. That's Tony Stewart. Wow. Tony Stewart gives up 2 home runs, doesn't get a batter out, and we lose the game. All right. So we are going to have him go on a rehab assignment. We should be getting Guzman. We get Guzman back in 3 days. So we'll pause at the end of the Phillies series, I guess. Game 2 at home against the Phillies is a 7-0 win, so we bounce back nicely there. Desmond 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Coliano hits his 10th home run. And Coliano's really taken a stranglehold on this starting catcher's job. I mean, he's on pace for 40 home runs. I don't know how we could bench him. Fujimoto has been on. It looks like he's finally figured out Major League pitching. 23 and a third innings in his last 3 starts. 14 hits, 1 run, 9 walks, 15 strikeouts for Fujimoto. Bregman, Desmond, Coliano, all homer. Game number 3 against the Phillies. Another win. Jerry Howard suffered another setback, so he's going to be out for a year. I saw the Medellin, and I got concerned. So we win again, 8-6. We give up 5 in the 5th. Bullpen comes in and gets it done. Lucas hawks the win. Stewart pitches 2 shutout innings, striking out 3. We get another home run from Zumaya. 4 more RBIs from Coliano. Zumaya's got that average up to 360. And we should be getting Guzman back after this game here. A 9-0 win. Tamar Johnson is suspended. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Desmond. 2 RBIs for Arce. 3 hits for Arroyo as he pitches a one-hitter. Pitches a one-hitter, walks 2, strikes out 3, improves to 4-1. Let's finish the day and get Mr. Guzman back on our big league roster. Who's going to go down? I don't want to send down Billman. He's played really well. He's got some flexibility. Adame's hitting .412. I think it's Agnetta. See if we can send him down and see if we can, yeah. So Alexis Guzman, let's get Mr. Guzman back in our lineup. In right field, batting third, we will move Johnson down. I don't want Proctor batting every 5th game. And against the lefties, Guzman back out there in right field. Shortstop against lefties. Adame is going to get some starts out there at shortstop, I believe. But we're going to do that. All right, so we have our other big gun back in the lineup for 3 games. Actually, I said we were going to pause. Well, we're almost done with May, so let's just get through May, and then we'll look at the stats, and I'll probably sim July off or June offline, and I might make a deal here and there. I'm not really sure. That's what we'll look at when we get to June 1st. So let's keep simming. So 3 games at St. Louis against the Cardinals. 6-4 win. What is our record this month? 16-2. That will play. Desmond 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Guzman has a hit and an RBI in his first game back. Billman with a pinch hit, 2-run home run. Green only goes 2 innings. Did he get hurt? He just got pulled after 2 innings. Okay, whatever. Curtis pitches well. Ingram pitches well. Espino, Medellin, and Stewart gets the save. So another win. We are 32-12. Game 2 against St. Louis. And we finally lose one. Can we take the series against the Cardinals? We lose back-to-back games for the first time all month. 32-14. Now we have 3 games at Pittsburgh. 6-5 bounce-back win there. 4 hits for Desmond. 3 for Guzman. 2 for Adame. And 5 players with at least 1 RBI. Billman with another pinch hit. Adame has 2 doubles. Morales only goes 3 2/3. But again, the bullpen comes in and gets it done. Ingram, Espino, and Stewart. Game 2 against the Pirates. That's a tough loss. We've lost 3 out of 4 now as we finish up the month, and we win. So Cam Brown is back, so that's good. What do we do with our pitching staff? Who's struggling? Espino and Curtis. I think we send Curtis down because Cam Brown is very similar to Curtis in terms of the type of pitcher he is, and he's going to go in a long relief for now. Oh, Barnes' ERA is up to 5. Wow. Where the heck did that come from? Did not expect he'd have the worst ERA on the staff at this point of the year at all. Adame with a 3-run home run, still hitting close to 400. Coliano has 3 more hits. Yeah, Barnes gave up 5 in an inning and a third. All right. 3 games set against the Cubs, and we win 6-0. So we can send Agnetta down to AAA. That's good. Let him get some reps there. Is this another? No, it's a Green start. Okay, so Green went 7 shutout innings. Cam Brown gets in there, pitches his first 2 innings in a long time, and pitches pretty well. Zumaya homers, Desmond homers. Guzman has 2 hits. Cool. We are cooking. Game number 2 against the Cubs. Oh no, another injury. So Fujimoto goes down for 5 weeks. But we win 6-1. Did he get the start in this one? Yeah, he went 3 1/3 before he got pulled. Ingram came in, Stewart and Lucas. We get another home run from Zumaya. And Jake Desmond, I don't know where this power's coming from, man, but he's on pace for 25 home runs. All right, so now we have to figure out the pitching staff. We just call Curtis back up. And I think it's Medellin goes into the rotation. Who's going to be our second? I like Elijah Ingram. He's pitching really, really well. So I think Ingram becomes our other setup man. Or excuse me, our other middle reliever with using him more often. He'll be long relief and we'll run like that. All right, so we got one more game against the Cubs. Then we got the Rockies before we hit June 1st. So game 3 against the Cubs is a 7-5 loss. Howard is ready to come off the DL as well. We're going to send him on a rehab assignment. Things are, no reason to change things as they work right now. So let's play the last game of the month or sim the last game of the month here against the Rockies. See where we stand, see what we need, and then I'll sim June and maybe make a deal, maybe we don't. I don't know yet. I think we're finally at a point where we can start to use some of our minor league talent pool. We lost 6-5. All right, so we finished the month. I don't want to say it was a bad end of the month, but we were 16-2. So we finished the month 4-5, which obviously isn't great, but we are now, 6 games up? Yeah, we're 6 games up in the Central. We don't have the best record in baseball. We have the second best record in baseball behind the Twins. Zumaya, second in the league in batting, first in RBIs, first in OPS, second in WAR behind Yu Yi Lu. Bregman has had a 15-game hitting streak. Let's look at the player development. Gutierrez got better. Medellin got better. Brown got better. Green, our eyes got worse. Tamar Johnson continues to drop a little bit. The offense is starting to slip, but it's going to be right when his contract runs out that he's no longer worth it. Guzman got a little worse, which is a little concerning, but ultimately he'll be fine. Any of our prospects? Washaba got a little better, got a little worse. Howard got better defensively. That's what I like to see. Any of our prospects on here? Omar Dubon is getting better. Not pitching particularly well in Double-A, but he looks like he's going to be a pretty solid starter for us. All right. So I think now we are going to... Are we going to be able to send him down, or are we going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to DFA him. I want to get Howard up, because he's the best defensive catcher we have. So I mean, does anybody want Ford Proctor? If not, I'll just DFA him. If somebody, yeah, I mean, we'll just DFA him, and if somebody takes him, somebody takes him. There's not a whole heck of a lot I can do there. Excuse me. Let's call Howard back up. Coliano is our starting catcher. He has secured that role this year, putting up almost 1,000 OPS, a 162 OPS plus. Howard is the better defensive catcher, and I don't want Lucas playing catcher every 15th game. I'm good with that. No. Let's get Howard in there every 4th game. Howard in there. Let's just do this. Let's just do it like this. We get Lucas out of there every 4th game. Him out of there every 4th game. So what position are we missing shorts? So Adame against lefties. We switch Coliano. Cool. So let's save real quick, and then we will pause, take a look at the stats, figure out what we need, and then I will sim June. All right, so offensively, I mean, no surprise, Aiden Zumaya leads us 337, 410, 699. He's put up 3 WAR this season. Power's not a little down. He's actually on pace for a better year than he had last year, if you can believe it. 46 home runs and 168 RBIs is what he's on pace for, to go along with 55 doubles and 12 triples. So, yeah, we have him locked down long term as well. We have him signed for 5 more seasons after this one. Aurelio Coliano, who we got from the Tigers back in 2031, looking like a pretty solid deal right now. Struggled with the bat last year, but has figured it out this year, on pace for 30 home runs. Bregman, again, been very, very good as our leadoff hitter. Almost a 400 on-base percentage. Desmond, got some power this year. I don't know where that came from, but 8 home runs on the year. Tamar Johnson continues to hit, continues to defy his ratings, as he's putting up a 328, 368, 412 line for us. Billman's been good, since we called him up. Kind of that player who's finally getting a shot and making good. He's put up an 822 OPS while playing very, very good defensively. Adame is another one who finally got a shot this year. We drafted him in the Rule 5 a couple years ago. We sent him to Double-A last year. Getting a shot this year as our backup middle infielder, and boy, is he getting it done. Guzman just came back from injury, but the hitting looks fine. Crow Armstrong, we're going to have to figure out center field after this year, because it doesn't look like it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. We still don't have any money for next year, which isn't ideal, but hopefully we can get a bump as we get closer to the end of the season. And we do have some money that we can cut, if we need to. Jose Mejia, his ARB number is 5-1. Damon Long is 4. I don't suspect that either of those players will be brought back at those prices. And then again, Washabot at 4-4. So, and then pitching wise, pitching stats. Yeah, this has been our bugaboo. I may need to see if I can find ourselves a starter. I mean, I'm shocked that Barnes is putting up a 5.19 ERA. Our pitching staff hasn't been great this year. It's had its ups and downs. But that's exactly what it is. It's been very up and down so far. So, we may need, that's probably where I'm gonna spend most of my off time, in the simming is trying to find another starting pitcher to fit in here, which I didn't think I would need, honestly. But it hasn't been a good month for a lot of our starting pitchers. Yeah, 7.94 ERA for Barnes in the month of May. Wow, after a very, very good April. So, prospects. How are our prospects doing? So, do we have any prospects in AAA? Not really. AA, we got Aguilar, 273, 308. Yeah, he's not ready for AAA just yet. Campbell, looks like he might be ready for AAA. Oh, we do have. Where's De Leon? Oh, he's hurt. He's out for another 1 to 2 weeks. He got off to an okay start. We talked about Dubon already. Moultrie, our very first number 1 pick, having a rough go of it in high A ball, but we'll continue to let him plug away there. Jesus Fernandez was our first pick last year. Got off to an okay start in A-ball. He's 0-3, but the peripherals look fine. Laxton was our third round pick in 2030, and he can hit. Question is whether or not he's going to be able to play outfield well enough, but he can hit and he can run. So pretty good option there. And then Chris Lee, struggling in A-ball a bit this year, but looks to be a pretty solid right field option down the road should we need it. So let's look at the trade block. You got a couple pitchers on here. Cullen Kafka, but I can't afford him. That's the problem. The issue is that I can't afford a lot. Charles Hayden Jones, we could pick him up from the Tigers maybe. It's 3-star. I can't imagine he'd cost a ton. But that's, I think, going to be the target, is going to be, Nesty Barrera. $28 million. I think he's going to be the target. One of those pitchers is going to be the target. Hopefully we can make something work. So I'm going to pause. And when I come back, it'll be July 1st. We'll go through the stats. We'll go through any deals I made. And then we'll call it an episode. So hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. It is July 1st, and we continue to just roll along. We are now 55-26. We had a 19-9 June after a 20-7 May, and we were very, very active in the month of June from a team development standpoint. We made 3 deals, and we'll go over them here really quickly. So, first deal, and this one was shocking. So Seth Corey was on the trade block. He's making $950,000 this year. Has had an okay season with Toronto this year. Was pretty bad with Milwaukee prior to that, but was a 2-win pitcher with Miami the year before that. And he hasn't been great over the course of his career, but you look at his ratings, 71 stuff, 69 movement, nice, 49 control, 3 good pitches. And you look at what we had to give up for him, 24-year-old Glenn Adams, a half-star 24-year-old who had been pitching in high A-ball for us. So next to nothing to pick up Seth Corey to improve our bullpen, and that's what do you want to call it? The pattern that you will see here is improvements to the bullpen. And then the other deal we made is we ended up trading Jimmy Washabaugh. We sent him to the Colorado Rockies. There was nothing wrong with him, but he was going to start to get expensive next season. We had a couple of younger catchers that were able to reproduce the offense from a power perspective, and a catcher in Jimmy Howard who is significantly better defensively. So we sent Jimmy Washabaugh and Pat Dickerson, who is a 21-year-old half-star, 1-star pitcher, to the Rockies in exchange for Chris Chicon, or Chicone. We'll call him Chicon. A power-hitting first baseman who's currently in AAA for us, where he's putting up an 840 OPS in 19 games. Looks like, I don't know that he's ever going to start for us, but he could, especially with the roster set at 27 men right now, like they are in this world, he could become a pretty solid pinch-hitting bat off the bench. And James Hayes. Really, really good stuff. Average movement and control, 3 good pitches. He could be a starter if we needed him to be. Again, another pitcher that hasn't really panned out over the course of his career. But so far for us, 7 games, 14 innings, 11 hits, 3 runs. He's pitched pretty well for us so far. So those are the 2 major deals we made from a bullpen perspective. And then we also made the decision to stick Jim Lucas in the starting rotation. He got a stats boost not too long ago, sometime over the last month, where his movement and his control jumped. So we made the decision, it's time. Our very first draft pick, I guess he was drafted the year before we took over. He moves into the starting rotation. He's currently 5-0 with a 2.02 ERA. And we moved Al Morales to the bullpen. Al had been struggling in the starting rotation. You can see, if we just look at his pitching splits, 4-4 with a 5.23 ERA. The walks were okay. He was striking out all. It wasn't clicking for whatever reason. He was good for 1.5 WAR, but it just wasn't clicking. So we moved him to the bullpen, where he's going to be a closer slash stopper. So now we have Morales and Stewart at the back end of our bullpen, and I will take that. So, so those are the two deals we made to improve the pitching staff. There may be more in July, but those are the two deals that we made. So if we just look at the statistics really quickly, Tony Stewart leads us in WAR again. The ERA is up by almost a full run, but he's still on pace to pitch over 100 innings, strike out over 200 batters. The season he had last year, I don't know if that can be replicated, but he's going to try. Miller Green has been really, really good. We signed him as almost an afterthought. It was like, hey, we have a little more money to spend. Let's see if we can bring in this guy. And he's been quite good for us. 8-2 with a 3.60 ERA, and his FIP's 3.68. So that's how well he's been pitching. Barnes bounced back a little bit. He had a better June, significantly better June than he did May. So his April and his June are kind of right in line with what we expect. But you throw in that May, and it puts him at a +4 ERA. But I bounced back nicely in June for us. Giving us exactly what we need out of him. We talked about Morales. Arroyo, he's getting hurt here and there, but, he's on pace for 2.6 WAR, pitch 150 innings. No complaints, out of what's effectively our number 5 pitcher. Elijah Ingram's been fantastic out of the bullpen. That 100-mile-an-hour. He could be a starter if we needed him to be. We got a lot of players who could be starters, but only 25 hits in 41 innings. His whip is less than 1. He's been great. Medellin, I'm guessing. I'm going to go with what one of my viewers suggested and say that it's pronounced with a Spanish twang to it. So we'll call it Medellin. He's been good since we moved him into the starting rotation. Been really good. You look at his 5 starts here. 1 run, no runs, 1 run, 2 runs, 2 runs. He's been very good. So no complaints there. I think he's only signed to a 1-year deal, right? What? He only wants, that's nothing. Okay, we'll talk about it. Andy Teal's been good in limited time, but again, he's been fine. No issues whatsoever. Gutierrez has been up and down. Corey, Cam Brown, we just brought back, and then Curtis has been our worst bullpen arm. Offensively, Zumaya just continues to mash. On pace for 48 home runs, 164 RBIs, over 9 WAR. While continuing to play a very, very good left field. Coliano is our second most valuable offensive player right now. He's got over 1,000 OPS. He's on pace for 30 home runs and 100 RBIs out of our 24-year-old catcher. Yes, sir. Alexis Guzman is back, and he's hitting. He's at 2.3 WAR in 50 games. June, he put up a 337, 452, 537 line, so he is back. We got our middle of the order cruising right along. Alex Bregman continues to do nice things as our leadoff hitter, almost a 400 on base percentage. The average is a bit light, but if he's putting up almost a 400 OBP, with some power, I'm no issues with that. Tamar Johnson just continues to hit his OPS. Look at our offense. Look at our OPS plus guys. Our top 9 players are all over 100 OPS plus, and they're all playing significant. They all have significant play time. Billman, we'll start with Desmond. Desmond out of nowhere is showing some power this year, on pace for 20 home runs. How's he doing defensively? He hasn't been good at short. He's been good at second, hasn't been good at short. Which is to be expected. Shortstop's not his natural position. So maybe we do this. Let's see if that works. He's been really good at third, but, his ratings indicate that, he should be a middle infielder. And again, called out by a viewer. I know I moved him off a shortstop last season, so we'll move him back and see how it goes this year. Billman out of nowhere. Again, a free agent, minor league signing. And he's just getting it done. 855 OPS, playing good defense. Willie Adame. The average has slipped a bit, but look at that. 16 extra base hits in only 29 starts while playing. Wow, his defense has been really bad. That's surprising. Look at his ratings. Well, I guess the range sort of accounts for that. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Howard has done a nice job offensively. It's hard to rate defense, but our catcher's ERA with him behind the plate is 2.45. So our pitchers love throwing to him. What is it with Coliano? 4.26, yeah. So Howard is definitely our defensive shortstop, our defensive catcher. Crow Armstrong, the offense is gone. He's hitting $195, and no matter how good he plays in center field, I don't know that we can carry that. He's got to be batting last. It's that simple. He has to be batting last. Designated hitter. Oh, shoot. Let's get Guzman back out there in right field. No, he'll be the DH, and he'll play right field. And Crow Armstrong will bat last. Yeah, we'll be moving on from him, obviously, next season. But for now, I don't really have another option. And the money's still not there. Oh, I guess we do have a little bit of money for extensions now. So, that's from trading Washaba, I think. But yeah, that's kind of where we stand. It's July 1st. Let's look at the prospect pipeline really quickly. Lucas, we've talked about. Moultrie, how's he doing in A-ball? High A-ball. Still not really hitting, but we'll continue to let it. This concerns me. 65-4 walk to strikeout ratio, but we'll continue to let him plug away in A-ball. De Leon is back from injury. 5 starts in AAA. He'll likely be on the big league roster next season. Coliano, we've talked about. Fernandez was our number 1 pick last year, pitching really, really well in A-ball. I think it's time to call him up to high A-ball. Dubon is in AA. Still not great. 3 pretty solid starts, though, here, back to back to back. So we'll give him probably to the end of July, and then we'll call him up to AAA in July. Chris Lee. Putting up a 903 OPS in A-ball, so I think it's time to call him up to high A-ball as well. I don't know that he's ever going to hit for enough contact, but the rest of these, I mean, he could put up a line similar to that in the majors, with the average maybe a little lower. So, Chris Lee. Chris Laxton is our other minor league outfielder. He's hitting 293. Again, questions on whether or not he'll field enough, although that center field rating has increased, so we will call him up to high A-ball as well. Dugan. Dugan's got a great bat, man, but he's just such a bad fielder. I don't think he's ever going to field well enough, so he will probably be a trade chip. Aguilar, how's he doing in AA? Much, much better. 326, 384, 476. Power's not there, so we'll just leave him in AA for now. So that's going to be it, guys. So the next time, we get Fujimoto back tomorrow, which is nice. So if you remember his pitching line, his last handful of starts were just fantastic. His last 5 starts, he gave up 5 earned runs in 13, 20, 29, 32. 5 earned runs in his last 32 innings of work. So it'd be nice to get him back into the rotation as well. But that is for next episode. So let me know your thoughts. I say that every time, but let me know what you think of the deals we made. As always, guys, drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't. We broached 270 earlier this week, so 300 is on the horizon, and we will continue on from there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.